my sins. He reads my soul. One day that bird he spoke these. Come join the murder. We'll give you freedom from the murder. Soar on my wings. You'll touch you king, and he'll make you king. Again, a lot of this is going to be cut, so I don't mind. For those curious, that was "Come Join the Murder" by the White Buffalo. Those of you who that was the music that played at during the series finale of Sons of Anarchy, which I have not seen because I don't think I've even gone through the fourth season of that yet. It's a good show. It's a good show. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, apparently that's the song on the last on the last episode, and my roommates from college who both uh, finished the entire series said when I get to the finale, that song's gonna hit a lot harder. Hits hard enough. Go listen to it. It's really good. It's really solid. This playthrough, but anyways, and it was either that or Blackbird by Alter Bridge, and I can't get up to Miles Kennedy's range. So, anyways, hello everybody, and welcome back to Shadow of the Colossus. And the last episode, we defeated the last two colossi we knocked off the list were Gaius and Phaedra, who, in the latter's case, is one of my least favorite colossi, but not the least favorite colossi. So, anyways, down to 5 and 6. Let's get to it. And I did notice something in my last episode, in that it was pretty short by my standards. Again, I seriously thought that this would take longer, but apparently not. Although one thing I do have to comment on, and this is going back to the visuals again, everything else looks really good, but for some reason, I don't know what it is, the humans look a little bit off. I don't think it's the biggest deal breaker, but there's something very butterface about how they look. So yeah, that's pretty much my only gripe with the visuals, because I remember the PlayStation 2 version. As much as I thought the graphics card of the PlayStation 2 didn't do it justice, the human characters at least look fairly solid. This one, I don't know. But anyways, we are going to face off against the 5th Colossi, Abion, who is going to be the first of the first of several colossi that are kind of unique. As you may have guessed, not every colossi will travel on 2 legs or 4. You know, we don't follow Animal Farm rules. It's not 4 legs good, 2 legs better. But there are some colossi that are very unique, and yeah, my theory did pan out. Did pan out in that, yes, you can find shrines nearby that will that the shrines that you can restore your health nearby are going to be near a lot of the major colossi locations. wow, not even... Shit, not even 5 minutes and we're already getting to it. I seriously thought this open world was a lot more expansive when I first played through it back in high school. Apparently not, because we're finding everything pretty, in a pretty self-contained space. Again, I'm sure we're going to go more to the edges of the earth as we go along further, but, yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, this just screams boss fight arena, doesn't it? I'm trying to think, because I don't think dropping into the water immediately. No, it looks like we are going to have to dive. Yeah, there are some Colossi that are going to be only accessible via good old-fashioned water. So yeah. In fact, there are 2 Colossi coming up. One coming up in the next episode that take place almost exclusively in water. For now, this is just more of a backdrop. The actual, Avion isn't actually an underwater boss, but still. Up to the boss arena. Yeah, because this doesn't look ominous at all. No, sir. Needs a couple severed heads lining about the wrought iron fence spikes to really get to it. Yeah, that's a big bird. That's a very big bird. And we gonna kill it. Yeah, it's kind of a good thing that, oh, what is it? You get teleported back, because I don't, because as much as the teleportation doesn't make sense to me, it's almost kind of like there's no way in hell you'd be able to beat the game otherwise if you had to trek back to the temple by yourself every time you defeated a Colossi, because, well, look at this. How the hell are you supposed to get there? And you can only swim in water. You can't dive underneath it. So, and there's no vines or anything anywhere either. So you're if this were to happen normally. Again, if I'm sure that Team Ico would have provided an alternate method of getting out if they didn't teleport you back all the time. But I'm trying to remember how the hell to get up here. Oh. Come on. That's not it. Okay, so again, been a long time since I played this, so I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do here. Yeah, because that thing's just gonna sit up perched, and we can't attack it from here. There's no way. So oh. So there is no worry in getting up here. I seriously thought we had to get up there, but apparently not. We'll just, be the good little bastards we are and piss him off. Which, holy shit. You gotta wonder about Wander's arm, though. Oh! But yeah, here's what we gotta do. We gotta jump up it! Yeah! There we go! And by the way, before you ask, yes, this is another fan favorite amongst the people who play this game, and I do count myself as one of the people who really like this boss a lot. This has got to be easily in the top 5 of favorite Colossi in the game for me, because how freaking epic this is. I mean, holy shit. You are essentially riding a giant bird. And there it goes. And stabbing it. You know what? So I think this is the first Colossi we're encountering that actually has 3 weak spots. And it doesn't help that this is probably one of my favorite music tracks in the game. Like, just listen to it. We Sally dropped off before the Shuno part. Which is the only thing I don't like about this boss is that 1, that awesome music stops kicking in, and 2, we gotta travel all the way back. Unless there's a way for me to swim faster, which I don't think there is. Yeah, this takes forever. It's honestly aggravating. Or apparently you can hold down... No. I thought me holding down R1 would help me swim faster, but apparently not. Apparently not. Yeah, this is the only part of this boss I don't like, is that eventually you are going to fall off at some point. And it is really tedious having to get back to a place in the water to get back up on Avion again, because I don't think you can move faster in the water, so you're basically just stuck watching Wanderer flap his arms around ineffectually like a cat trying to crawl out of a bathtub. Alright, Avion, come on. I'm pissing you off. Come on. Or not. Come on. Oh. Nope. It's coming in for a dive run. And... There we go. No, 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 no! Another thing I don't like about this boss is that there's not a lot of places where you can hold and grab onto, and considering the nature of this fight, your time has got to be really spot on in order to make sure you don't keep falling off. So it really is one of those bosses that tests your skill. Especially with regards to, you know, character placement throughout the game, and I wouldn't say it also tests your grip strength. I could be entirely wrong, though. I don't think it's one of those bosses that tests your grip strength. It's just about testing your placement. It really does force you to position yourself in a way that ensures that you gotta stay on, because you don't have enough grip to keep holding on to holding on to this guy forever, and It's a long way back to the top if you want to rock and roll again. Are you gonna... Nope. Oh, damn it. That's okay, though. That's okay. Although this does start getting into the game's moral dilemma. Because really, it's only reacting in self-defense, honestly. You're intentionally pissing it off. Which leads to one of those questions that the more this game progresses in, again, like I said, the more this game progresses, the more we're going to get into the moral ramifications of this proper. But suffice to say, yeah, this is the first boss that's really going to make you wonder, what are we doing here exactly? Oh, shit. Oh, and I am smack dab right in the motherfucking middle. Just great. Come on, you bastard. Move faster. Yeah, there's literally... I am pressing every single button I can, and if there's a button to make you swim faster, I am not getting it at all. Oh. That's how you do it. Just press R2, dive underwater, and there you go. Of course, the fact that the grip meter also counts as your breathing... Well, that ain't great. Which is gonna be important, which is kind of a nice, important little reminder to myself, considering one of the Colossi we're gonna be facing soon. Next episode, in fact. Alright. Let's circle around. I feel like he's going in for the dive bomb on this run. He is positioned for himself. Yep. There's the dive bomb. And there we go. Although we've already gotten this side, so... Wait for him to stop flapping his wings. Grab on. Life. And wait for him to kind of level out, because I don't want to have to take the steps necessary. There we go. And is that it? Yep. Okay, so yeah, there are three. First boss we've encountered that has 3 sigils on it, 3 primary sigils at least. But strangely enough, it's oh shit. Well, at least we actually ended up in a nice location this time, right next to the steps. Oh, that's a nice detail I never noticed. I don't know if it was in the original game, but whatever arrows don't hit end up in the water. Neat! See, it's little moments like that that make me appreciate video games. Alright, you big giant buzzard. Although the fact that these things have no arc unless you don't forward charge them up seems a bit unrealistic, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, these things barely have any arc at all. Come on. I'm ready for it. Or not. Oh shit, that hurt. I did not think this boss could hurt you. But then again, it is a giant fuck-off bird ramming you at essentially Mach 3. So... yeah. winded as you are, Wanderer, at least your health regenerates. This game would really suck if your boss stayed permanent. Stop flapping. And we gotta go over to the tail. Ooh, shit. Yeah, the tail is the main weak sigil here that we need to take out. There we go. And one. I think this only takes 3 stabs. 2. And he's pretty defenseless unless he makes a turn. 3. There we go. Yeah, sorry we couldn't get to the crescendo part of that track because it really is awesome. And yeah, another one down. I don't know why these trophies keep popping up. And yeah, you thought that because we're far away from the boss, we wouldn't get. Yeah, no. I think if we wait enough. Yep. They found us. You thought you were safe? You were wrong. They know. They know. They fucking know, goddammit. Alright, so next up on our list is Barba. Our next bipedal Colossi. So yeah, let's hop to it and see if we can't get him. There we go. Okay. So yeah, you're now starting to kind of see this story unravel now that we've essentially pissed off a giant bird. We're told to piss off a giant bird, and we killed said giant bird. This is really the point in the story where the seeds are being planted, and you kind of realize, are we doing the right thing here? This is before Spec Ops: The Line did that. And I know you trashy people are gonna say, "What about Undertale?" Fuck Undertale, and fuck you for liking it. That's all I gotta say to it. Oh, don't even get me started on when that game came out and the annoying amount of fandoms and people doing it. It was essentially the video game equivalent of, is this a JoJo reference? You know, those motherfuckers. Oh, God. But yeah, we're starting to get to the point in the game where really, it's a bit, ambiguous as to what's going on. Oh, good lord, the trees. If I remember right, these were a pain in the ass to navigate because, for whatever reason, Aggro's AI did not like trees. Couldn't tell you why, but, yeah. In fact, most people I knew, in fact, if you ask most players, they try to avoid this section as much as possible. I think if we're falling on the... Hopefully the path we're following is the correct one, because I can't tell at all. Well, at least we're out there. Let's check this out. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. This is where the story really starts getting the meat of it. Which is weird, because, do we have to continue on with that without her? Hold on. Let's check this out. Well, apparently we are on the right path. Weirdly enough. Unless going through those woods, Jesus Christ, horse. Well, we had the right idea, just kind of the wrong path to go there, so... Go on. Okay, so back to what I was saying about the story. Sorry for getting off track, but, it's interesting to me that people really kind of think this is a complex story. Because it's not, really. If you get down to brass tacks, it's really not that complicated of a plot to get through. It's essentially boy lost girl, boy wants to get girl back, boy talks to strange, mysterious entity that will offer chance to get girl back if boy kills giant monsters. Boy does it. I mean, there are more plot developments that we haven't touched yet, but that's the basic plot. It's not that deep of a story to get into when you get down to it. It's not that deep of a story. You know, you could summarize the entire thing in a paragraph if you needed to. Needed to. It's not that much different from, you know, something like, say, like a Grimm's fairy tale or an Aesop's fable. It's not that complex, really. But just because something is not complex does not mean it can't have enough depth in its own right. After all, everything is more everything's, you know, just the most simple, you know, simplicity has a complexity all its own when you get down to that simple point. So I don't know why this stupid horse doesn't like trees. So, it's always fascinating me when people say this story is really kind of complex, because it's not. The real complexity comes in the questions that it's answered, because as simple as it is, there's a lot of ambiguity to it when you get down to brass tacks. We'll get more into that later on, but suffice to say, there's a reason people keep talking about this story and, you know, getting into the themes and the meat of it. As time has passed. and it is one of those kind of like more one of those video games that really does make you think with regards to I guess the moral complexities of it. Spec Ops was another one, but Spec Ops also kind of beat your head in, power justification, all that, which I never really got when I played it, and I did only play it the once because once is all you really need. But yeah, I never noticed the whole anti-violence message, mainly because it was on the loading screens, and the thing about Spec Ops Story is that it is strong enough on its own, and it is interesting enough that if you objectively look at it as a story and just take the whole, questions about the nature of violence in video games and all that stuff out of there, it's still pretty solid. I'm just going back to the fucking temple, aren't I? So it looks like we are going to have to go through the forest, that son of a bitch. Yeah, I think this is this is one of those bosses that I got lost on easily, but I think it's not a very easy boss to reach first time around. And if you haven't played this game in a while, like I have, but anyway, back to what I was saying about Spec Ops: The Line. Once you get past that, the story's still strong on its own. I feel like mostly this goes just beyond video games, but also just for fiction in general. When it comes to message stories, which I really despise because I don't think stories should all just be telling about messages. That's not to say that you can't, tell a message in a story. You can tell a good message in a story at that. But you really have to be a writer foremost and a preacher second, in my opinion. And my rule when it comes to any sort of message stuff is kind of twofold, essentially. The first rule is that does it continuously beat you over the head with it? And if the answer is automatically yes, I just tune right out because I enjoy my entertainment to be entertainment. The last thing I want to hear is a fucking sermon. But another question, and I think this is the most important question to really ask when it comes to this sort of these sort of stories is, can you enjoy this on its own as a story? Like if you were to take out, oh yeah, there was fruit here, and I think this fruit, if I'm not mistaken, restores your health if you can get it, which I can't. Oh, that's what it is. But I forgot what this fruit does exactly, but it's not like we can get it for some unforsaken reason. Unless we completely missed... Can I not jump from this height? Will the game not let me? Okay, well. Because I think we're on the right path to the boss, I'm going to say, but I don't know. Again, it's really confusing as to what the fuck we're supposed to do. But my fucking legs caught and everything. Damn it. But back to what I was saying, the second question you really gotta ask when it comes to any sort of story with a message is, if you take the message out of it, can I still enjoy it as a story? If the answer to that question is no, then you've automatically failed. because I believe you should tell a story first and then, you know, do whatever preachy bullshit you want to do later. If your only motivation to write anything is to do a bunch of preachy bullshit, then you suck at life. I hate you, and you are the reason that your dad never liked you. I'm sorry if that hurts for some of you, but it's the truth. I'm such a dick like that, but is it? Am I swear, I hope I'm going the right way. I really do. Yeah, looks like it. Big ass cave here. Yes, your horse can teleport. Yeah. And I think in the case of Shadow of the Colossus, if you think there is a message to it, which in all honesty, I really don't think there is. There's not enough depth and complexity to really have a big sort of message to it, but I mean, if you think there's a message to it and you see a message in it, that's fine. You know, everyone can see things in different ways that other people can't, and yada yada yada, all that great stuff. So yeah, that's where I think Shadow of the Colossus and Spec Ops Online really shine, is that, you know, take the messages out of them and they still hold up really, really well. Yeah. Not Undertale, though. Undertale has been ruined by Tumblr trash, so I cannot enjoy Undertale in any capacity, ironically or otherwise. Do not ask me to play Undertale, do not ask me to live stream Undertale, because I refuse. This is an official no. I'm saying it here in this video. No Undertale whatsoever. None. I don't care if I'm missing out on a great experience. I don't care if it's going to change my life or anything. Y'all motherfuckers have ruined it. And that's why I'm saying no. If I have to hear that stupid electronic do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do theme one more time, I'm gonna put my hand through whatever computer screen it's coming out of. Ah, here we go. Yeah, big, dark, ominous, spooky cave. So, at least you won't have to hear me ranting about Undertale all the time. But, yeah, that's the reason I do that. That game just pissed me off. Yeah, I told you this boss was confusing too. Unless, oh, for the love of God, don't tell me I just made a complete circle out back. It also doesn't help that this is another thing I don't like about this game, the sword directions are really vague as to where the hell you're supposed to go. You know, it says, you know, underground you know, it's going to be in an underground cavern. Well, most of the time, everything you encounter is too high up, so where the hell are you supposed to go? Like, I know there's a shrine there. We saw a shrine in the forest, which means the boss must be nearby. Okay. Yeah. You gotta find a way to get over there. It also doesn't help that you're going through a forest and you can't. I get that it's realistic that your light will not shine through in a dense forest, and your sword wouldn't work where it's supposed to go. But at the same time, for the love of all that's holy, when you have vague boss directions like this, having that mechanic doesn't really help, in my opinion. Okay, so the light does shine through. Yeah. Doesn't help that Agro's physics are really, really janky sometimes. And for some reason, she does not like trees. Come on, you stupid horse. I'm kicking you. I kick you, that means you should move. I don't know what in God's name they were thinking of. Like, if you're asking me, and if the answer is, oh, it's realistic that a horse wouldn't be able to, you know, get through a forested area like this easily. Motherfucker, we're facing off against giant-ass stone golems, essentially, that can somehow bleed black and have red, weird, spirally has passed. Come on, give me some light. Hopefully we're on the right path. Okay, I think we are. Yeah, this is the first Colossi that really does feel like a chore to get through, because, and this is where the length comes in, because for the most part at least, the game is actually fairly simple and easy as to where you're supposed to go with regards to trying to find the Colossi. You know, they give you pretty good directions. There's a path that you can carve through that's fairly simple. We are going to be visiting this desert later. Oh, it just shows the path that you have taken, not the path you need to take. But yeah, the game's pretty good about, you know, giving you a clear shot at it. But sometimes there are just these moments, like there are Colossi like this, where they're just so far out of their way that you really do feel like a rat in a maze. And I get that it's kind of meant to immerse in it, but when most of the game is just galloping on a horse, it really does kill the pacing, in my opinion. Yeah, I think this is the right... I think we're in the right area here. Hopefully we're in the right area here, because if not, I'm going to be pissed. It certainly does look right. Yep. Now, the only thing is that I never really found much use for Wander's dodge roll. I'm sure it's... No, there are fights where it is useful. I'll give it that. But for the most part, I just never seem to find a need to use it. Ouch. And I think we're going to be running right now. Oh, that wasn't expected. I seriously thought I was just going to bust through the wall Kool-Aid Man style. Because that's what giant creatures tend to do. Is that they just go, doors, fuck that noise. Oh yeah! Yep, here we go. This right here is Barba. Did I mention that Barba is Spanish for beard? Well, now you know. Now you know that this guy exists. And I think for this first part, you pretty much have to run away, because otherwise they're going to get scrunched. Scrunched? You're going to get scrunched, boy. But yeah. Barba don't give a fuck. He's gonna be chasing you down until he gets you. So I think the thing we have to do for this boss is Maybe we can strike him with both. In fact, I'm fairly certain that's what we want. Yeah, and he's gonna try and find out who the fucking Joker is. And what we gotta do here is get up on that big, magnificent beard. Good lord, he looks like one of the Wasp members of ZZ Top. Get on. Because I think there is being a bipedal. Yep, there's a sigil on his head. I figured as much. And one. And two. And three. Yep, that was enough. That's a good one. So now it's just a matter of figuring out where the other one is. I want to say it's either on one of his hands or on his lower back or his stomach. Oh, hey! I was right! How convenient that we managed to come across it. I also like the fact that you don't have to hit the sigil exactly, which is kind of nice because otherwise if you did have to hit it dead on, this game would honestly be kind of infuriating to play. 1, 2, one more hit should do it, and he's gone. Alright, that was a pretty easy boss. I'm surprised at that. I thought he was going to be a lot harder. Not gonna lie, that felt a bit anticlimactic, especially for someone with such a magnificent beard. Rest in peace, you beautiful bearded bastard. Okay. Guys, maybe we should draw a dick on his face. That'd be totally awesome. And I know that's meant to be honest, but I'm just thinking, you know, a bunch of guys around a circle like that, or things around a circle, they gotta be thinking some dirty thoughts. Some real dirty thoughts. All right. So, Colossus number 7 is going to come up, but until then, we're going to be calling it for an episode. So, thank you all for watching. Go to my YouTube channel for all my other previous live streams, including of Shadow of the Colossus, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.